What's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at the Solitude Striker. Now it is an extra reward for actually completing a couple of your epic quests. It is a DC series harvesting tool. It is part of the Superman set. So without further ado guys, let's get this review started. So the Solitude Striker. Now the Solitude Striker is basically just a harvesting tool crafted out of the Fortress of Solitude that is Superman's base. Now it does look very cool and I do like the design of it. It actually just mashes them all together and it makes this very cool harvesting tool that I was actually shocked to how it looks. It does have a default swinging animation, but what else could you actually give a swinging animation to this harvesting tool? So is it worth the grind? I mean, it is free and it does help you actually level up if you are completing your epic challenges. So I mean, the grind isn't really that hard. There are some challenges that are a little bit more challenging than others, but for the most part you should be actually getting it and unlocking it just by completing them yourself. I mean, they did an amazing job giving this harvesting tool to Superman and you really can't complain. So what's my final rating for the Solitude Striker? I'm gonna have to give the Solitude Striker a 6 out of 10. It's not the best harvesting tool out there, but it's above average. It is a little bit on the bulkier side, but it still has a very cool sound. It does have a default swinging animation and you really can't complain since it is given to you for free if you do own the battle pass. Other than that, I'll just grind for it and just have it in your locker because you never know when you're gonna actually use it. So without further ado guys, let's get these combos started. Now for our first combination with the Solitude Striker, we are gonna be pairing it up with Human Bill. Now for Human Bill, I am gonna be going with the headpiece called the baseball, the skin color scheme being default, the skin overlay default, the top being the white tank, and then for the bottom we're gonna be going with the regular old jeans. Now the reason I'm pairing it up with Human Bill is because the Fortress of Solitude is alien based and Human Bill is an alien. Then for the harvesting tool, we're gonna be going with the elevation. Now the elevation backbling just fits very well because it does have white and blue, which it does match really well with the shirt and his color tone. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Spectral Essence. Again, a simplistic control, but it fits perfectly with Human Bill. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Invasion. Now the Invasion glider you do obtain for actually gain a victory royale during this season, and the reason why it works perfectly is because it does have that light that goes perfectly with the color scheme of the letters from his hat. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Glyphica. Now the Glyphica itself is an all silver wrap that does have alien imprints on it. Now you do have that like purplish color tone on top of your weapon, which goes really well with the purple light from the glider. Then for our next combination with the Solitude Striker, we're going to be pairing it up with the Honor Guard. Now the reason why I'm pairing him up with Honor Guard is because Honor Guard does have his whole suit being all blue, which complements the harvesting tool. Then for the backbling, we're going to be going with the Hurricane. Now the Hurricane backbling does have a hurricane on your back that is all blue, which goes really well with the blue aesthetics. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Conduit Crasher. Now the Conduit Crasher itself is just light coming from both hands and feet, which goes perfectly with the blue aesthetic from the combo. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Sky Sail. Now the Sky Sail itself does have this very cool blue color scheme that goes perfectly with this whole combination. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Deep Frost. Now the Deep Frost itself does have this very cool like solid color scheme that does have cracks of ice on it, which goes really well with the combinations of colors and the harvesting tool. Then for our next combination with the Solitude Striker, we're going to be pairing it up with Ragnarok. Now for Ragnarok, we're going to be going with the stage 5 with the whole horns on his shoulder blade just because it looks very terrifying. Now the reason why I'm going with Ragnarok is because he does have that blue glow on his horns and then on his beard, which goes perfectly with the harvesting tool. Then for the backbling, we're going to be going with the Tusk and Tooth. Now the Tusk and Tooth itself does have the harvesting tools implanted on the back that are made of solid bones, which actually complements the bones from his shoulder blade and even from the mask itself. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Flaky. Now the Flaky control just goes very subtle with this combination just because it is snowflakes on the background. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Frozen Feathers. Now the Frozen Feathers themselves just takes a normal chapter 1 glider and gives it a snowy touch. Now the design of it and everything about it goes perfectly with this combo. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Indigo Eyes. Now the Indigo Eyes does make your weapon wraps and even your vehicles into solid ice, which looks amazing and complements the whole theme behind this. Then for our next combination with the Solitude Striker, we're going to be pairing it up with the Frozen Raven. Now the Frozen Raven is just Raven frozen in ice. The icy texture of Raven goes perfectly with the icy design of the harvesting tool. Then for the backbling, we're going to be going with the Snowstar. Now the Snowstar backbling does have a very frozen features that is similar to that of Frozen Raven. Then for the contra, we're gonna be going with the snowflakes. Again, we're gonna be going with the whole frozen theory, so the snowflakes just had to go perfectly. Then for the glider, we're gonna be going with the frozen wings. Now again, this whole combination is all about being frozen in ice, so the frozen wings themselves is a dragon frozen in ice that just complements this whole combo. Then for the wrap, we're gonna be going with the snow steel. Now the snow steel itself does have a very subtle color scheme and just looks like it's frozen, so it matches really well. Then for our next combination with the Solitude Striker, we're going to be pairing it up with Alloy. Now Alloy, we're going to be going with the PlayStation 5 exclusive, the Ice Hunter Alloy, just because it matches perfectly with the whole snow design. Then for the backling of choice, we're going to be going with the Snow Brand. Now the Snow Brand itself is just a frozen katana on your back. It actually matches perfectly just because of the color design it does have. Then for the contra, we're going to be going with the Ice Crystals. Since we're going to be focusing a lot on snow, the Ice Crystals was just needed since it does make both hands and feet turn into solid ice. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Rickety Runner. Now the Rickety Runner at first, it just looks like an adorable glider, but it does have this whole snow feeling to it, so it matches really well with the theme. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Frost Flare. Now the Frost Flare itself is a weapon wrap that does have a subtle color scheme that of white and blue, which goes really well with the whole design. And maybe my favorite combination with the Solitude Striker, we're going to be pairing it up with the Prisoner. Now for this actually combination to work, you do want to go with the default layer style with the Prisoner since he does have a lot of frozen features. The frozen design of the Visitor just goes perfectly with the harvesting tool. Then for the backling, we're going to be going with the Frozen Iron Cage. Now the reason behind this is because it does look like something they would actually put on him to imprison him, and the color design of brown, white, and even that snow texture matches perfectly. Then for the contra, we're going to be going with the Ice Crystals. Now the Ice Crystal just works better with the Prisoner since it does have this whole frozen theory on it with both hands and feet turning into solid ice that just complements the whole design. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Frostwing. Now the reason why I'm using the Frostwing again is because it just matches the Prisoner better. He could have actually taken this from the Ice Kingdom and just looks amazing. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Shatter Ice. Now the Shatter Ice itself does have a very cool animation. Each time you do shoot, it does crack, and it just goes really well with the whole Prisoner's thing. Now for the honorable mention with the Solitude Striker, you could pair it up with anything from the Frozen series. Anything that does have ice or anything that does have like blue color scheme is going to match really good with the harvesting tool itself. Now those were the 6 combinations I did find for the Solitude Striker. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite. And if you guys are new to my channel, subscribe. I post videos of fake cosmetic skins every single day. And if you want to support the channel, my code is ENIGMAKIDD, all caps, 2 Ds all together. Each time you guys use my code near the item shop or the Epic Game Store, I do get a small percentage of it, and it really helps this channel grow. And if you guys have any combo suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And for all my social media and Discord, they'll be in the description. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.